This is IGN. Trouble balancing the light and dark. This is your IGN review of Star Wars Tales of the Underworld by Tyler Robertson. Theoretically, Lucasfilm Animation's Tales anthology is an interesting method of expanding the stories of characters introduced in the Star Wars prequels, their animated spin-offs, and live-action Disney Plus follow-ups. Figures like Ahsoka Tano, Count Dooku, or Asajj Ventress, who've become as essential to this fictional universe as any Skywalker. In practice, though, Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and now Tales of the Underworld have proven uneven and inconsistent. Tales of the Underworld exemplifies this more than either of its predecessors, with one storyline that mostly succeeds and one that mostly fails to bring new, meaningful dimensions to its protagonist. This round of Tales once again focuses 3 of its bite-sized, approximately 15-minute-long episodes on one character, and 3 on another. First, former Separatist assassin Asajj Ventress, then infamous bounty hunter Cad Bane. Both arcs offer bountiful treasures for your eyes and ears. Lucasfilm Animation is showing off at this point, having perfected their painterly art style. Tales of the Underworld looks even better than the Bad Batch and the other Tales series, with absolutely stunning textures, lighting, and water physics. The music also stands out. It's not conventionally Star Wars, but it's a welcome shift that makes Tales of the Underworld feel fresh and distinct. It may also set a new standard for Tales voice acting, too. Corey Burton and Nika Futterman have 2 of the most iconic voices in the business, and they continue to make the most of their depictions of Bane and Ventress. As a fan of FX's Reservation Dogs, and specifically Lane Factor's performance in it, I was surprised and pleased to hear Factor making his voice acting debut in Tales of the Underworld, bringing his endearing and honest energy to Ventress's new friend Lyko. Beyond its presentation, though, Tales of the Underworld underdelivers on the promise of its title. In the first 3 episodes centered around Ventress, we get none of that sense of seedy underbelly that's been a quintessential component of Star Wars since Obi-Wan, Luke, C-3PO, and R2-D2 first took a walk on Mos Eisley's wild side. Instead of plunging into the dark corners of the galaxy, Tales of the Underworld takes Ventress on a mostly light-hearted romp that teaches her an old-age lesson about the value of friendship. There is some good stuff: inquisitorial action, a fun heist, and some heavy material involving veterans who are unable to let go of their wars. It's not an unimportant story to tell, but it's also one that's already been told by the Clone Wars, Rebels, and the Bad Batch. There's little reason to bring Ventress back from the dead just to tell it again. Bane's episodes definitely live up to the Underworld name, though, with the scum and villainy on full display. His story is a classic Western in 3 acts, set at 3 successive points in his life. It's a story of diverging paths and what comes down to a friend breakup and all the drama that entails. Its melodrama is reminiscent of a telenovela, and it's honestly better for it. Bane has always been about the drama and theatrics, so it fits his character well. Tales of the Underworld simply doesn't have the time to fully flesh out the story it's trying to tell. Bane's growth into the child-stealing bounty hunter we've come to know and love, maybe love isn't the right word, but you get the point, is generally well-paced. But some of the nuances and details have to be left out. Tales of the Underworld is another unbalanced edition of Star Wars' Tales anthology that's too short to give proper space to the iconic characters it depicts. While Cad Bane's origin story works more often than it doesn't, the journey Asajj Ventress goes on doesn't do enough to justify her resurrection. Star Wars Animation has never looked or sounded better, but it just doesn't live up to the storytelling highs of Lucasfilm Animation's other projects. Star Wars Tales of the Underworld's IGN score? 6 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for more news and updates on Star Wars Tales of the Underworld, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.